Well, Chris, it was a different competition on Tuesday, but the momentum continues. The mood in the camp must be excellent.
It is, yeah. I thought the lads who haven't played, that have been training really well, did themselves proud, to be honest. I thought they played really well.
Graham Coughlin's already shown he's a loyal man. You keep your shirt. Having made the changes on Tuesday, does it give you a dilemma going into Saturday?
It sure does. It sure does. What it's done is it's given us options, and it's made our minds up that some of the players chomping at the bit can come in and really perform well to a high standard, and that's great for us too. So just got to now pick a team that we think can affect Accrington, and they're all chomping at the bit. They will be this morning. So it is difficult sometimes to please everybody, because all professional footballers want to play. But you know, you have to choose an 11, and everyone else has to believe in that once that team's picked.
How important was it for Stefan that he scored?
Well, you judged on goals, aren't you, as a centre forward? But he played well. His distances, his stats were really good from the game. So he was running, he was pressing, he was trying to get himself in the right areas. So that's what we look for. Scoring is a massive bonus for him as a centre forward. So that ticked a lot of boxes for him.
How's the squad looking? I know there's this illness in the camp. Is it still around, or is it starting to go now?
We fought it. The staff, we just fight it. It's 24 hours for us, isn't it? A cup of coffee and get rid of it. But no, you've got to be careful, because one player can suddenly turn into 4 or 5, and then you've got big problems. So hopefully we're at the end of it. There's a couple that might not train today, just to be cautious on that. But in the main, that they're all back after that Christmas virus.
And Tariq's made a big impression since coming into the team. Have you just been taking it easy with him, mindful that he's coming back from a long-term injury?
Yeah, I think so. I think the type of injury he's had, and the way physically he needs managing, is a bit different to other players. He does want to be out there training, but we have to be mindful that it can flare up and that there can be a problem. So just, I suppose it's a case of being steady with him and not pushing him too much. But the training has to be intense. So when he does train, he's 100% at it, and then perhaps he might miss a day. But he's another lad that just wants to get his career back on track, really, and wants to be playing every week, because you need that. You need that in your football career. You need to be playing week in, week out. Otherwise, it can be frustrating.
Quick update on January. Any signs of incomings or outgoings?
Well, we're in discussions, but nothing as yet. I think what we've said is that there has to be a better player to come through the door to do it. We don't want extra players for the sake of it, and we want to give all the players a chance, unless they want to go and play their football desperately somewhere else, which is understandable. If they do, we wouldn't stand in the way. But at the moment, it's just as normal, training as normal, trying to go to Accrington and get a performance.
Well, yeah, talking of which, Graham's warned us at times it won't be pretty. And I mean, away at Accrington, is this a case in point that it could be, you know, a bit of fight needed to get the 3 points?
Yeah, I think that any team goes there has to be robust. I know that Accrington have had a sort of roller coaster of the last month, haven't they, really, with different results. But I know John and Jimmy really well, and they've done a fantastic job. That you know, I think their team's fit and hungry. So it's a big challenge for us, big trip, and we have to prepare absolutely spot on for this game, no doubt about that. But you have to be aware of their threats, but what we've tried to do is concentrate on ourselves in the last few weeks and tell the players what they are good at and what we can do. So hopefully that's the game plan.
Understandably, a lot of attention on Graham when he was appointed last Sunday, but you're now obviously here on a full-time role as his assistant. How pleased and honoured are you with that?
It's great to be here. I mean, I was enjoying my role before with the under-21s, but it brings with it a different responsibility, and you know, get on with Graham. We've got the same sort of beliefs about football, so very proud to be in the role, and we're just going to give everything to stay in it.
Where does this leave your role with the under-21s?
Well, we're doing both at the minute. Myself and Lee Mansell we're dipping in to see those boys. Don't want to abandon them, to be honest. So it's a case of fulfilling the fixtures, which we still have with the Central League, and still speaking to the players regularly to try and get them to perform at a high level, and then making decisions for them for next season. So there's a lot to talk about, but at the moment we're just concentrating on the next game.
Is it fair to say, because you know the under-21 so well, there's an excellent chance that we might see some of them, not immediately, but in the long term?
Well, I hope so. I mean, that was the plan when I arrived at the club, and I hope that some of them still remain in the plans going forward. It is difficult to integrate them at the moment because we've got such a big squad, and they're all fighting for 11 places. And if you've got 25, 26 already on the training ground, it makes it difficult to get any more young players up there. But that's the plan. The plan is the better ones will come into training and add to what we've got, and they're fully behind us because you know, they're a part of what we see the club in the future. Younger players coming through.
We'll see you at a cold Accrington on Saturday.
Look forward to it. Cheers. Thank you.